Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
My name is I.
I'm Jay.
And welcome to My Little Plot. Today, we're going to be continuing workshop 2 of our advocacy training series. I'm looking forward to a lot of excitement, a lot of fun. There's going to be some new faces, so stay tuned and watch what happens.
Like,
share,
and subscribe. Subscribe. Click that button.
Ooh, be careful. Oh, I heard the things. I thought it was funny.
Oh, for real. Should be fine. New faces. Okay.
You still recording?
Girl. Let the people know to the street of New York.
We're gonna go get breakfast. I need coffee. I didn't go to sleep until 4 o'clock this morning.
Tell her who tell her to go sleep that late. Knowing where you got up early in the morning.
My life decision.
You know me. I went straight to my bed.
Life decisions.
Wasn't playing about my sleep.
Y'all know we're going to Black Milk Coffee.
Yes!
Oh, I'm getting the crate.
The same thing you got last night?
Yeah.
I want it. I want to try it with avocado though.
Okay.
I want to try with the avocado. Let's see what's given.
It's given.
What's that? And water. Ooh. People are outside. Outside is nice and warm. Feels like a summer.
Yeah. Or early spring.
Man, it's nice. Love it. Love it for myself. Alright, people. Get back to you. You know. See you later. We're back again. Say hi again. I miss you. Yeah.
Larger coffee black, no milk, then hot matcha, regular milk, a little sweet, and 2 cheese crepes with avocado and egg to go.
I'm gonna ask you to add a muffin. A blueberry muffin. You want anything?
Yeah. The same thing like last time.
I don't know. I think you got the vegan banana.
Was it? Oh, I want to try something else different then.
The vegan banana?
I did it last time. Something else then.
What?
Not a big fan of chocolate though. I said a blueberry.
I'm a big fan.
Larger coffee, matcha, 2 cheese crepes with avocado and egg, and 2 blueberry muffins.
Yeah.
All to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go. Getting our breakfast.
I would like, before we start jumping into things, my name is Aishima Harris Gojago, and I'm the Director of Programs at Green Gorillas. Today, we're going to be continuing where we left off from yesterday, but we have some new community gardeners joining us, so you're going to be able to catch up because it's literally what we did yesterday in a different way. And then we're going to be working in groups. So a lot of the work that we've been doing are going to be in groups. And I'm going to give you, similar to yesterday, I'm going to give you like a series of questions that you're going to answer in your group. And we're going to come back together. So let's go around, and I'm going to try to make sure that like a group has a community garden. We have a couple more community gardens. I'm seeing some nice distributions, but maybe we could like split up a little bit more. And within our group, similar to yesterday, the World Cafe style, I'll give you a question to answer in your group, have a discussion, and then I'll let you know when the next question is about to come up. Cool? Okay. Demetrio, Julian, Emily, Jabari, y'all are going to be one group for now. This table, I'm just going to make y'all one group. Miss Sonia, do you mind joining over here? Okay. So, the first thing I would like for y'all to discuss in your group is your name, introduce yourself, your community garden affiliation, or maybe the organization you're coming from, and also share with your partner a recap of what you've learned yesterday. The person. Yeah. No, you weren't. Yeah, you were. No, she was here yesterday. That you intern. Yeah. You were here. You can catch yourself. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, you took it up. I don't know where that came from. Yeah.
Always beautiful.
Coolness.
Girl, you be calm.
Figuring out step by
Okay,
step.
so which one we're
Yeah.
going to start with?
Okay,
Which one?
I know you're the one that was in my banana bird.
Y'all can eat it. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, so tell them what they're doing.
Y'all, they're going to be doing 2 bill assessments, and those bill assessments are pertaining to community gardens, and then they're going to be analyzing the pros and cons of the bill and making recommendation for the bill, and then we're going to come together as a group and discuss their recommendations. Stay tuned.
Okay, chapter 4, subject case.
Hey y'all, so now we're going into activity 2 for today's training. They're going to be designing and developing their coalition. So they're going to spend some couple of minutes to do that, and then we're going to share out what their coalition is, what their recommendations are, policy recommendations are as a group. So stay tuned and watch out for that.
What are we not thinking? What do you feel the most important? Yes. The most pressing issues to take care of in your community as a group? Food security? Okay. I would second that. Or housing.
Housing? But we're not talking about
No,
housing.
no, no.
Oh.
That's just my own.
Oh.
That's just me.
Yeah, so food security for all. For all. I could go along with that.
You can go along with that? Okay, so we know what our group is about. Basically, the purpose of our group is for our insecurity. But now we need a name for the group.
I thought that was the name. No, that's the why we exist.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Oh, that's why we exist. So now we have to
Make a name for ourselves.
Food busters. No. Yeah, food busters. Okay, I see you. Food busters. Okay, I like it.
Food busters? We going with that.
No,
What?
I was joking. No, don't.
She already started.
You did not.
I'm just being
She started.
silly.
You see the formation for the F.
copy
You
that.
see the formation for the F. She was ready.
That's a good one.
Name a coalition group.
Healthy and nutritious, like access to healthy nutritious foods.
I'm not good at naming.
I think
We gotta discuss it over here.
We gotta figure out how are we gonna
I'm
introduce
thinking of Rap Academy, so let's add
correlation. Correlation.
So we use the Purple Garden Community Association, Purple High Garden Association. And then that will be basically the name of the coalition. And we're introducing as what is the purpose of our coalition, like, which it would be achieving the how to facilitate food for the people in need in the community, which is basically what you have over there. And then, so that would be basically the same thing that what we find for to make sure that we bring more affordable food and healthy food to the people in need. And then the recommendation we already have that adding the additional funding for this organization and to provide funding for staff in the community kitchen. So we make sure that we have enough funding in order for the organization to be able to bring this to the neighborhood. So that's basically the same.
Hi,
Hi, how you guys doing?
we're better than fine.
Good.
But once we figure this out, we are going to be all over City Hall.
Right. That's the aim.
I know.
That's the aim.
Getting it down.
Testify. I can do that.
Okay.
Wearing my fine shoes too.
I see the tea kind of help y'all to
Yeah.
get it through. That tea wasn't it
Okay.
justice. That tea just said tea always works. I'm not gonna blame
I'd say read the tea leaf, man.
you. Yeah.
And I'm being silly.
Justice, maybe I don't know about. I think communications could be a social justice thing, but you have to say that differently, or like information accessibility, I guess.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
So what was your purpose? What was your purpose? Yeah, to display, what I said was.
Okay, I think we got most of them. How do we plan on achieving the mission of our coalition?
Our coalition movement could be coordinated,
I think we
from that, like.
plan to organize youth and gardeners.
Just throw it out. There's
So plan to-
no bad ideas here. I mean, do you want to call it? I mean, I was. I've used Google Scholar to research scientific papers,
Okay.
but this is like, I'm getting, like, I put in Nourish New York and I'm getting beach nourishment. Am I doing the
Okay.
wrong search?
No, I think you're on the right search. You just gotta find the right topic.
So I need the name of your coalition, the mission, the purpose, and your recommendations. Speak in the mic.
The name of our coalition group is Hunger Relief NYC. Our mission is to provide/eradicate food insecurities. The social justice issues or areas is food insecurity, safe, nutritious food, and redlining that we're trying to take care of. Our coalition is trying to work against.
She didn't say cheese.
Do we have to read this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And then recommendations, right?
Okay, so the recommendations were provide grants for gardens that didn't get to join the farmers market, remove limitations on the amount of money the gardeners make per sales, remove limitations and let gardeners sell more than twice a year, provide more technical support to gardeners, and make government programs that have the same rules and conditions for the major things, for example, like the funds and the amount of money the farmers should make and the sales limitations.
Mhm. Thank you. Pass it to good too.
Thank you. It's good too.
Our purpose as Prospect Heights Community Garden Association is to give a voice to the people that are drowning in food insecurity and in the lack of healthy, accessible food. We aim to give a voice to community gardeners so that they can address issues such as food issues, social issues, garden issues, and more. We aim to focus on food accessibility, food insecurity, and health improvement, all within low-income/low support communities. 16.9% of Prospect Heights residents currently face food insecurity, which is a growing issue. Just in 2020, Green Thumb closed over 500 gardens due to limited resources and advocacy. And we want to advocate. We want to make a difference and reduce the food insecurity and lack of accessibility growing in our community. Although there are many food pantries and soup kitchens that do help with this fight, such as Berean Baptist Church, Agape Food Rescue, and Bethel Sunshine Camp, and more, we do need more food relief organizations in Prospect Heights that aren't just churches and schools, and as a coalition, we want to help with this. Which is why Prospect Heights Community Gardens Association recommends we make revisions to the bills read earlier to help end the battle against food insecurity. We recommend that food sold to food relief organizations be sold at less than retail price. We believe that funding for these organizations be expanded so that there are more spaces where these food organizations can take place. We believe that there should be at least one organization in each district, depending on the size of the district, and funding for staff at these food organizations should also be provided aside from the volunteers already there. In addition to that, the amount of food that community gardeners sell versus give away should be specified. And lastly, there should be specification over the funding for the transportation of these goods.
Yeah, right. Can I clap?
As a coalition, we aim to help with these problems and advocate for community gardens, and especially in Prospect Heights. Thank you.
Yay, you want to pass it to group?
Yesterday, but our coalition's name is Feed the Need. And we firmly believe that access to fresh, healthy, nutritious food is a right, not a privilege. And how we intend to do this is a really good question. Perhaps Davio has some suggestions. We wanted to, first of all, we wanted to encourage community gardens to grow produce that they could either sell or donate. And we would work out some kind of a system where if you donated, you would get something back for that. Whether you'd get new seeds or you'd get first dibs at the mulch. I mean, sorry, I'm not very legal. And we would ask we would get gardeners to tell us how much they produce. There's a study done in New York in 2010 where they measured in 64 community gardens, 67 community gardens, they produced this in aggregate 29,000 pounds of tomatoes. So if we could get an idea of how the gardens were growing, we could give them support on how to increase their yield or bring their yield up so that they could actually meet their local needs in terms of needy populations. And another part of our coalition is to recognize the invisible groups like the elderly and the homebound, who may not have access to the traditional food pantries and other food outlets. Does anybody want to say anything else?
Yes. Okay, I believe that what we should do is, like they say, technology. We can use that. Some may not know how to do technology, so what we can do is outreach. As you know, community boards have a lot of flyers of basically everything that go on in all 5 boroughs that you know and be aware of. You know, and we can all go about and participate and know who all within our gardens, within our area, join together. Maybe we can help produce something to bring it all as one, to join to feed our community. What we need to do is really focus on letting people know fresh food is the best food. You cannot wait for your food to come from Texas and claiming it's fresh. It's not. We got to show them like we do in our garden. We want you to taste ours as we grow it, and then go back to the store and taste theirs. And you come back to the garden and give us a survey on the taste, because we like to hear that, because we want to make it get stronger and let you get wiser and join us even more by helping us strengthen and bring our district leaders and y'all back to our garden for more. Okay. All right.
Wait, one more in our group.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Access to the mic of all group members is what we believe in.
We already went over, I'm sorry.
No, that's right. You wrote it. You wrote something too. We didn't just do this.
Yeah, she was doing better research than we were.
Speak for yourself.
I noticed your statistics.
I got it off my chest.
No?
No?
Nothing?
No, yeah, it was,
Come on, girl.
Just speak in the mic. You got this.
so this is for like the recommendations or improvements. I said that we should distribute, they kind of said it, but like we should distribute funding to local farms so that they can start, keep, and maintain their gardens no matter where they're located, whether it be rural or urban. I also said that these funds can be used for infrastructure development, such as like fencing to keep your garden safe, tools, costs, etc. Furthermore, this can help farmers access fresh resources such as compost, seeds, fresh soil, and I propose that you guys make these free or affordable to gardeners. Yeah, that's kind of what I said. And I also talked about like gardener, they deserve a little more recognition.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So they were saying that they felt like they weren't recognized that much.
That's true.
Hear me?
No, we can't.
No.
Static.
All right. All right. So we are Green Rights NYC Coalition that aims to support community gardeners and increase access to healthy and nutritious foods in NYC. We are asking the council to support our mission through funding policies around food access, urban agriculture, economic justice, and accessibility of resources. Hold on. All right, so the context, right? Our context, we aim to provide access to healthy and nutritious foods, resources for community gardeners, which makes their jobs and everything else easier. Having access, our evidence is like having access to healthy food options lessens the chance of serious health issues. Because like in our country, we're surrounded by a lot of fast food restaurants, so which has caused like a lot of obesity and stuff like that. So having like a healthier food option would like lessen the chance of a lot of serious like health issues.
Look over here.
We also want to make everything available to all New Yorkers regardless of like age or income. So like it doesn't matter how old you are or what community you live in, you still have access to like healthy food options. Yeah, and overall just less dependent on fast food restaurants. You know, you have access. You have access to like fresh fruits and vegetables, you know, to make a nice, amazing home cooked meal.
So some of our recommendations is to create further outreach to support individuals that do not have access or ability to work with the internet. So further outreach can include flyers, hosting events, tabling at an event, having a designated spokesperson, and forms of press release, and the creation of a handbook with specific locations and information based on the neighborhoods. It is also important to create clarifying distribution regulations and rules for community gardeners and food relief organizations. This can include food safety regulation workshops, ensuring the quality of food, determining a distribution system for customers, and creating rules that tailors amount of food according to a family size. And also for technical assistance, answering questions like how will the government help in this process, and how will the connection between the gardeners and farms and organizations work?
Beyond those recommendations, we also recommend that the council supports different types of like technical support to gardeners. So when it comes to doing more food distributions and markets, allocating funding to compensate gardeners, someone will have to be like a point person to coordinate all of that, and to ensure compliance, food safety, and vending regulations. Provide adequate training and resources to community gardens to ensure that the food they grow and pick to distribute is properly safe, and that all vending practices are being followed according to the New York state laws. We also recommend that grant opportunities be provided for gardens to purchase any necessary supplies or items needed for operating market or distributions, and maintain relationships with the Department of Health and Department of Agriculture to easily enroll community gardens to receive and accept health bugs and farmers market nutrition program checks.
Okay.
Thank you.
The problem was, is like when you said coalition, for all of it, I wasn't sure whether we were having to be representatives of our garden, whether we were just every community gardener in New York City, whether we were focusing on our neighborhood. It was just difficult for me to kind of get the context. I mean, there were plenty of resources to kind of set me straight, but it's challenging when you haven't dealt with.
Yeah, because you're used to the word group. Coalition, you seem like it's a big mass, you know, and I think that's what
Well, it was just I just wanted context and perspective. Yeah. I mean, it was easy enough to get, but I see from hearing everybody else, very useful to hear all this and see, obviously some people had more experience.
Yes.
And working with city councils and working with the legal language and whatnot, which I don't, and so I can see I have a lot to learn. And the thing that strikes me is there's so many silos of information and knowledge, and if we want to really make things happen, we got to share it all. I mean, there's probably a way to do that, but I just sort of feel like, boy, if I knew that you were really a great expert and you had experience testifying and getting or writing grants. I mean, it would be great if I could say, hey, I need a grant. Do you know what's happening on grants? I feel like a lot of us are, again, we're just isolated and siloed, and if we get together and pool our resources, we can make things happen.
Anyone else?
was a little challenging putting all the information together. And I listened to people speaking what they had. Some of the things that we didn't mention, all that me didn't add were being like having a funding for community gardening, because providing food is not easy when you have all volunteer members in the community gardening. So maybe a budgetary line for, like I said before at the beginning, with certain community garden, the one that have farmer market, maybe they have a farm manager, so that person will run the garden during the week. So on Friday or Saturday when we're gonna harvest, that person has everything listed, all the form prepared that we just have to fill in. Maybe with a laptop, having a spreadsheet that as we harvest and collect, we can add, and then it's easy to, like somebody mentioned before, thousands of pounds that we're harvesting in New York State, in 2020, you get each community garden send that to a central location like Green Thumb or Green Gorilla, and at the end of the week we have, this week or this month we provided how many thousands of pounds of food, so it's much easier to have that information.
Yeah, like
And we have more like a strong coalition by showing that this is what we have. We have 200,000 pounds of food, fresh food, healthy food. So we need something to keep this going.
Exactly. All right. So this is how a coalition works. Typically, a coalition is not just 3-4 people. It's a large group. If I were to merge everyone and be like, all right, y'all together, let's do this work, it would be hectic, because you need someone to facilitate that conversation. And that's why I broke it down smaller, because if it was everyone, y'all would never get anything done. So that's why coalitions have subcommittees and working bodies similar to the Council of Gardeners. You see our meetings scheduled for 1 hour and we're there for an hour and a half. That's why there's subcommittees, so that things could get going faster, quicker, and people who have expertise in certain areas can focus on those areas. People who want to learn could join those conversations as well. So it's not just a one-time thing. And also for a coalition, like you mentioned, the context, like where is this? Is this citywide, neighborhood-wide, borough-wide? In this case, because this was a city council bill, it would be like a city-wide thing for all community gardeners. This bill is proposed for New York City for all community gardeners as well in that context. And for this example, you could have chose anyone that you want to choose. Like, do you want to do state? Do you want to do local? Do you want to do federal? Local will be easier because you have more experience.
I've learned how to speak bill language, so I know the specific words and terms to use when asking for certain bills.
I learned how to read the bill. That's it.
Stephanie?
I learned that I have a lot to learn, but also that I'm willing to do the work to learn.
Well, last year was kind of the same thing. I guess I learned more of the bill jargon, like Jillian said. Each time I always read these bills each year, I kind of forget every time we do this workshop, and then now I can kind of refresh on them. All right, so even although it's not there no more, it kind of brings you back to that. All right, well, this is what the last year is. So I guess I kind of relearn how to read a book.
I learned that we need to use certain tactics, wordplay when we're speaking to higher ups to help us emphasize our messages.
I just want to see if you know my name. I learned today togetherness. I mean, listening to y'all today, a lot of y'all are aware, it's new to me, but what y'all spoke about, their knowledge of what y'all know and what y'all discussed and what y'all taught me today, it brought a lot of more interest. And I'll be trying to join a lot of these sessions like this more often. So thank y'all very much for these sessions.
I guess I learned how to be real with what you want, because you could want something, but it's not gonna, you have to face reality, kind of. So that's why I learned during making the recommendations.
Yeah, I think I learned more about reading bills and how to unpack them a little bit more. I liked all of the worksheet of summarizing it and doing pros and cons. I think that really helped me to figure out what my recommendations would be. So I like that.
Brother, is sometimes you gotta reread a couple of times to understand certain things. You feel me? Because throughout, I had to call Ashima a couple of times. Like I was confused on certain things they were saying. Cause I haven't read no documents like Jabari had before or something like that. So yeah, definitely rereading certain things, certain documents to understand it.
I learned today that you have to be open-minded, listen to other people's suggestions, and they might have something better than you, and they might bring up something you didn't notice before.
I recognize the importance of structure, because you can get deep in the weeds on one topic, and having the sheet to reference was helpful and kind of kept us on tack.
Yeah.
I think we're missing her.
No, Emily. Emily, you didn't go? Oh, wow. Emily,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Emily, you could go.
Okay, today I learned how to assess a bill, like what's important in a bill, what's not important in it. Also, how to do policy asking. I think I have a good idea of like how I would ask for something and how I would structure something. I think for me, I'm just missing more bill language, but I think I learned the structure of it today. And
Thank y'all so much. I gotta say what I learned. I was trying to think about it while you guys are going around. I would say today I didn't do time management really well last night. But I would say that I learned to lean in and trust y'all in the space, because as I was going around and I'm hearing like all these dialogues that's taking place, and I'm seeing how y'all are like teaching the youth and they're listening. Like I come in this group and Miriam was like, okay, and like taking notes, and I went back behind there and I saw like how you guys are just like creating, developing, asking questions, and have asking the youth questions too for guidance and support. So I just learned how powerful our community is, and learned that the need is here and you guys are really pushing it forward. And even when Benet was like, I want to come to more of these and thank you for this space. Yeah, I just learned how to trust in my community and believe in the process that we have here today. So thank y'all so much. All right.
I should be the face of this YouTube channel.
He keeps saying that he's the face of
And
what?
The brand of the face, you know what I mean? We should create merch for the YouTube channel.
Okay.
One step at a time, guys. One step at a time. Promo.
I was so drained, y'all. Like, I went to bed so late, like I told y'all earlier. To use a voice amplifier today because I just had no energy. But I still felt great. Even though I didn't have any energy, I felt really great. Like, they really did a great job. I could see if we had more than 5 hours, they would have stayed for more than 5 hours because
they was into it.
They needed a lot more time. They needed a lot more time. And y'all,
that
remember,
full workout sheet wasn't gonna work.
Remember, I put together 4 workshops for 2 days and 4 workshops for 10 hours. And can y'all believe I only did 2?
Yo, for you. I don't know what you was thinking with the full workshop. 2 days, 5 hours, not gonna work, baby. No. We're thinking you're gonna go 2.5 hours on one paper?
2 hours on one section and then break, and then another 2 hours on another section.
That wasn't all right, darling. Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, y'all. So, Joseph, what you learned today? You didn't get to share.
I didn't get to be much in here. I was mostly with you and Sarah, so
yeah.
I didn't get to really do much be around to get anything in sight. But for what I hear from them, I'm really happy that they're getting to learn how to manage and ask for things in like according orderly. So I'm happy that they're learning, especially that the new kids can learn from the elderly and the elderly can learn from the young as well. So it's great to see two different mindsets come together as one.
Y'all, that's what we call intergenerational bonding or intergenerational exchanges, is when you have folks from various background, ages, culture that's coming together and they're sharing their knowledge together. And it's in a respected way and it's reciprocated. Like the youth, I was just like watching how they were learning so much from each community gardener. And I was also watching how the community gardeners were learning from the youth, and even some of the community gardeners were like, wow, I'm really impressed by all that the youth were doing today, and they felt so excited.
And normally, youth always feel intimidated by the grown folks because they feel like, because they know so much. But I'm glad that I could see the adults are actually open mind to like learn from the young. You never know. And the youth are also reciprocated the same thing, are open-minded and not be closed off how they used to. So they're taking it in and then put it to perspective and put it on paper. So it's really good to see that.
Say it with me.
What?
Reciprocated. Now say it.
My tongue tied.
No.
Leave it alone.
No, say it. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. Say it.
Reciprocate.
Reciprocated. It's okay.
Don't pay me no mind.
It's okay.
I got tight tongue.
It's okay. He will get there eventually. But yeah, y'all, as always, thank you for watching, subscribing, and always remember to
like,
comment,
share
to my little plot. Bye, y'all.